Onlineguitarguy, and on this video I'm going to teach you how to play Back in Black by AC/DC. But before we get started, let's tune up first. 6th string, E. 5th string, A. 4th string, D. 3rd string, G. 2nd string, B. 1st string, E. Okay, so the first chord we're going to start off with is going to be the E chord, the E power chord, which you'll play by putting your first finger on the A string and the D string on the 2nd fret. The next chord to show you here is going to be a D chord, a D power chord, which you'll play by putting your first finger on the 5th fret of the A string, your 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the D string, and your 4th finger on the 7th fret of the G string. The next chord you'll play is going to be an A chord, which you'll play just by moving up from where you played the D chord up a set of strings. So it's your first finger on the 5th fret of the E string, your 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the A string, and your 4th finger on the 7th fret of the D string. Okay, so these 3 chords are going to be played throughout a good portion of the song, so let me show you how it's going to be played now. So you see I played some riffs in there which I haven't showed you. I'm going to show you how to play those right now. Okay, so the first riff is going to be played by putting your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, playing an open E string, putting your 3rd fret on the B string, an open B string, and then your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, and then an open G string. Now the second riff you're going to play just by basically you're going to be putting your first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and then moving your 3rd finger to the 4th fret of the E string. And you're going to move up the fretboard doing that kind of motion with your finger. So it's going to be 2nd on the A and 4th on the E. Then it's going to be 3rd on the A and 5th on the E. 4th on the A and 6th on the E, and so on. Okay, so that's basically the intro and part of the verse, and that's what you play until you get to the chorus of the song. So pretty much the whole thing is going to sound like this for most of the song. Okay, now when you get to the chorus of the song, you're going to play an A chord, which is played with your first finger on the D string and the G string of the second fret. Same, just a set of strings down, move from the E chord, which I showed you before. You're going to go to the A chord, to the E chord, and then to a B chord. So let me just show you how it's going to go first real quick. So it's going to be A, E, B, A, B. By the way, the B chord is just the A chord moved up 2 frets. So it's played on the D string and the G string of the 4th fret. Alright, so now I'm just going to give you a little preview of what we've learned so far, starting from the intro and the verse thing that I showed you. Okay, now when you get into the chorus of the song, you're going to start by playing a G chord, which I've showed you before in other videos, you might remember. But that's played with your second finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, your first finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string, and your 4th finger on the 3rd fret of the E string. The next chord you're going to play in the chorus is going to be a D chord, which you'll play by putting your first finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the E string, and your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. Okay, next chord you're going to go back to is going to be the A chord, played on the 2nd fret on the D and the G string. Then from that chord you're going to go to a G power chord, just playing your first finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, your 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the A string, and your 4th finger on the 5th fret of the D string. And then you play another A chord, just moved up 2 frets from the G chord. also play it like this if you wanted to. Just going back to the original A chord that I showed you before. Even another way you could do it too is by playing the last G chord as an open D and G string. It all depends on which way is easiest for you to play, but you can play it any one of those ways you want to play, whatever works out best for you. Okay, so after that you're going to go back to the original chords, which I showed you, the G, D, A, G power chord, and then A again. And finally, to go back into the verse, you're just going to play a G chord, a regular G chord in this position, and then a regular D chord. And you go back into the verse. Alright, so basically that's everything you need to know about playing Back in Black by AC/DC. Remember, you get one of these distortion pedals, it makes it sound a lot better, like the way you're hearing it on this video. But, you know, that's pretty much how the whole song is played. So you just listen to the song, you try to play along with it, you practice those riffs I showed you. I showed you how to play a lot of some of these chords on different videos that I made already, but you just practice playing along with it, and you should be able to play it pretty well after watching this lesson a few times. Okay, so remember, if you have any questions about anything that I showed you on any video, you can email me at Onlineguitarguy at yahoo.com. and I'll do my best to answer your questions. And if you have any suggestions for songs you want to learn, you can email those names too, and I'll do my best that I can to try to help you with those songs. Alright, so that's it for this lesson. I'm sure you'll be able to play this song pretty well very soon. So good luck playing it. Take care.